Alright, this is a quick training video to show you how to enter a new event into the new MWR event planner. Right, the new MWR website for this beta test is located here at roto-mwr.com.php5tac17.dfw1tac2.websitetestlink.com/MWR. So yeah, I'll send you a link to that. To get into the back end, what we're looking at right here is the front end, what everybody's going to see. To get into the back end, after all of that, you just add wplogin.php. So without further ado, we're going to show you how to log in. Everybody's access, for the most part, will be at the contributor level. So I'll show you that. Alright, so this is called the dashboard. This is in the back. This is what you'll see on the back end. It has all your controls over on the left. These screens, if there's more options, there'll be a triangle that you can pull down. Different types of things you can do in the back end. Posts put new information under the announcements section. So if information were to show up here, you'd do that with a post. All of the rest of the information, that's this section here, the main rotating banner section, any events that show up here, or on, well, for example, on the fitness page, any events that were to show up over here, you would do that through events. Movie titles and movie show times, you shouldn't need to worry about those. Those will be handled by the movie manager. There'll be a separate video for that. Community classes, same thing. It'll be handled in a separate video. So we're going to create a new event. So to do that, we're just going to open up the Events tab and click Add New Event. When the page loads, it's going to have a display that's going to look exactly like this on your screen. Every box with a gray headline here is a box you need to pay attention to because there's information that needs to go in there. The event title goes right here in this box that says Enter Title Here. This is going to be a test event that we're hoping will show up on the Fitness Center page. Test event on Fitness Center page. Alright, this is the next block contains a visual editor. What you see is what you get, but there are two tabs that you can control how to display information here. There's Visual and HTML. Visual means the information that shows up on the website will look exactly like you type it into this box. If you know how to do HTML and you prefer to format it yourself, you can click on this box and you can put straight HTML in and it will come out in HTML formatting, which gives you more precise control over how the content is going to look. One button I want to point out is this one right here. It's the Show Hide Kitchen Sink. Alt-Shift-Z is the short code to get that. Clicking that shows more or less buttons. The reason I bring that up is for two reasons. By default, you'll only have this row here, which gives you bold, italic, strike-through, bullets, numbered lists, quotes, how to center left or right align the paragraph, how to make your text links once you've put something in. So for example, if you had a text here and you highlight it, now these buttons are available. There's the link button and you can unlink it. This function here is a spell checker, and you can toggle the full screen mode. That just lets you do a full screen editor. Click the button again to get out of the full screen mode. But if you show all the buttons, you get these additional options, which has underline, justify, you can adjust the text color, and this is probably the most important feature right here. There are two different versions of paste. So if you were to, say, type up something in Word, you can paste it in here. Word generates HTML automatically, and so the formatting will look exactly like it looks in your Word document if you paste it into this block using the Paste with Word button. For this event, we're gonna actually duplicate one that's already on the website. It's gonna be the New Year's resolution run walk. So that's going to be our new headline, taken straight from the old MWR page, and this is going to be all the text we're going to have to describe the event. It's not formatted, so we can use the visual editor, and it's just going to It'll look the same either way because there was no fancy formatting on it. Okay, so that's all we need to do to describe the event. Under the discussion heading, you're going to have two options. Allow comments. If you uncheck that box, it'll say on the bottom, comments closed. To show you what that looks like, you click on here, comments are closed. People aren't going to have the ability to leave their comments about your event. If you leave the button checked to allow comments, at the bottom of the screen they're going to have a comment section here where they can add comments. Comments have to go into moderation before appearing on the website, but once it's been approved, it'll show up on the website and everybody will be able to see what the comment looks like. Okay, the second option there is allow trackbacks and pingbacks. It's probably best to leave that unchecked because it's entirely not necessary. Alright, event fields. Type in the date for your event at 10 a.m., so we would type that in. January 22nd. Okay. The next block, this is a 24-hour time entered in the standard format, colon between hours and minutes. So if you were going to have an event at 11 p.m., it would be 23:00. Event location, all of them were a fitness center, so we'll show how that is. It's going to be a free event. Sign up by was the 21st. Also sign up at the fitness center. Age group, it didn't mention, I don't know if it mentions an age group. Let's check it out. All ages. This event, this field is, you can type into it, so you can type anything. If you wanted to have it be, grades 1 through 7, or all ages, or 18 plus, you can type in whatever you want there. Okay, the next block is marketing status. Only use the first two options here, not required or requested. Not required, marketing's not going to make you any posters or anything like that. They're just going to publish it to the web page. Requested means you want something from marketing. In the next block, you type in what you want from marketing. Depending on which browser you're using, this box will be resizable. Otherwise, you can just type in there and it'll overflow all the data you put in. There's no limit to the amount of text that you can put in. So something like that, specific enough that they can build it and get the point across. When you need the information, the posters by, we'll say we need them by Christmas. Contact information, that was Stephanie Whipple. Okay, so once all of these fields are required. Alright, this is a fitness center event, so we're going to go ahead and make sure that it shows up under fitness center. The categories box is probably the most important one for deciding where the posts are going to show up on the website. And it's as simple as clicking where you want it to show up. So by clicking Fitness Center, it's going to show up on the Fitness Center page, and by default, because Fitness Center is it's called a child category of the bigger heading Fitness, it'll also show up under the Fitness heading automatically. You don't need to click the box in order to make it do that. Two others that I want to specifically talk about are featured and main. Featured gets your events to show up into the banner rotation right here. So events in the featured category will show up here, and events in the main category show up down here. The main page will show 3 full-size events, and then there'll be 4 of these if there are 4 listed there. So for the sake of this demonstration, we'll put it in both the main category and the fitness center category. How do we get an image into the event? The first and most important way to do this is to use the Set Featured Image link. It's going to bring up this dialog box. From that, all you need to do is upload the photo that you'd like to use. And to make that the featured image, that is the one that shows up next to it in the events listing, click Use as Featured Image. When you're done, you just click the X at the top. and the image should show up here. Okay, your event is complete. If you wish to, and by default this featured image is going to show up on the left next to the event details. So for example, for this test event, the featured image shows up here, and it'll have that little magnifying glass so that it'll show the larger version of the photo. This is automatically cropped and resized, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And all the data you put in shows up here, and then whatever you typed shows up down here. And if you left comments on, down at the bottom. If you wish to add a photo other than this one, you can do so by clicking where you want the photo to be in your text, and then clicking on this icon. It's the square one. If you hover over it, it'll say add an image. You do that, it brings up the same dialog box that you saw before. You can add an image. For this event, we're not going to add an image. Okay, for the website, before they go live, it's going to require that marketing review for grammar and make sure all the fields are correct. So we'll have a submit for review button. We're not going to have a publish button. So you click submit for review, and now marketing has the ability to check that out. So just because we want to make sure, I want to show that it's working correctly, we'll just show you what it looks like from marketing's perspective. So marketing will come in and approve your event. Your event has showed up here in the queue as pending. They can sort by pending, so it'll show only the events that they haven't approved yet. These are sorted in order of time. So they have all your information here. It's in the main and the fitness center categories. I just wrote it so I know all the information is good, and they're going to go ahead and schedule that for January 22nd, 2011. Okay, now that we've pushed that button, because we put it in the main category, it should show up on the home page for January 22nd, and indeed it is right here. We can click on it to get more information. Clicking on it brings up the event. This is the information we put in that main text box here. The photo we input, and then all the data we input shows up here. Because we allowed comments, there are comments allowed right here. Okay, also I said that because you put it in the fitness center category, it should show up under both fitness and fitness center. So in upcoming events for fitness, it is right here, New Year's resolution run walk, January 22nd. So by clicking on fitness center page, here's all the information about the fitness center, and it's off here on the right under the events, and here is our event. Okay, so that's the quick and dirty version on how to add an event to the new event planner. Any questions, please feel free to email me. My email is kurt.munz@eu.navy.mil. Kurt.munz@eu.navy.mil.